I'd like to welcome everyone to our January 17th Insurance Committee meeting. Stacy, you wouldn't mind, please, ma'am. Please call the roll.
Rhonda Allen. Here. Andre Anthony. Here. Doug Botery. Here. Amber Brown. Here. Shay Crowell. Holly Deering.
Happy to have you.
Alan Farley. Here. Mary Hickerson. Here. Lois Miller. Here. Shantae Sherrill. Eric Tutobeni. And Mayor Ketchern.
Here. We have 12 members present, so it appears we have a quorum, so we're prepared to conduct our business. Welcome, everyone. At this point on the agenda, the chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the November meeting. Motion to approve. Have a motion for approval from Mary. Is there a second? Second from Lois. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. All opposed, motion carries. Members, next on the agenda is our financials. Mr. Elam, turn the mic over to you, and you're recognized.
Yes, sir, Mayor Ketchern. For the current year, calendar year, we have in revenue $70,012,855 compared to expenditures of $66,401,126, and that's a difference of $3,611,729. For the fiscal year, you have in revenue $24,241,376 compared to expenditures at $31,780,438, with a difference of $7,539,062. That was for the month of November, and if you look down at the tracker on the next page, you can see exactly what I've just pointed out on your revenue and expenditures. For the month of December, on the 264 fund, we have for the current year, you have $77,643,457. In revenue and expenditures, you have $73,904,290. The difference of that is $3,739,168. And the fiscal year is $31,871,978 compared to expenditures of $39,283,601, with a difference of $7,411,623. And if you look at the tracker, you see where the calendar year finished up, and again with a difference of 0.4% between revenue and expenditures. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
I have a question regarding the other post-employment benefits. And I noticed we populated for the year through June 30th, 2018. And in the total, it's dropped by roughly $33 million, which is a really good thing. Just curious what the driver of that is.
Well, that's a number that was provided by finance. Do you have, Lisa, do you have? The 2018?
Can you use your mic? Sorry, Lisa.
Okay. Are you saying it increased quite a bit?
It decreased 33 million from the prior year.
I'm seeing a increase.
No, she's,
You look
At
at
the
this
bottom.
6/30/2017 number, the total was coming up on 189 million, and the 6/30/2018 number is 153 million. Sure. Okay.
Just a few million here or there. Oh, yeah, we'll get back to you. All right. Other questions? Seeing none, we have a motion and a second to accept the financial report from Mr. Elam.
that's the 266 fund, I mean, the 264 fund, we still have the 266.
264 fund, correct?
Yes.
Seeing no other questions, all of those in favor of acceptance of the motion signify by saying aye. All opposed, motion carries. Mr. Elam.
Okay, on the 266 fund, which is the workers' comp OJI, in looking at your graph, for 2019, there's 39,000 for the month of December, $39,251. Of that 39,000, 24,385 is workers' comp, and 14,865 is OJI, and that's on the month of November. And if you turn the page to your tracker, you will see year-to-date, we're at $180,331.53 compared to last year at $366,185.55. So we're down compared to last year, total.
That's a good thing.
Yes, sir. And then for the month of December, on your graph, you will see that we are, for the month of December, $42,967.33, of which workers' comp was $2,865, compared to OGI being $40,102.23. So that's the total of your $42,000. And then as you move over to the tracker, you will see year-to-date, we are at $223,298 compared to year-to-date last year, $417,881.77. So we're still less than last year. That's it?
Mary? Questions?
Yes, how many open workman's comp claims do we still have on the books? I realize there are probably 4 life, but how many do we still have on the books, please?
Dan is telling me there's 8. Dan is
Is that
telling
8
me
or
there are
9?
8.
8.
There's 8, but
I
it will
couldn't see your little
fluctuate.
finger. All right.
Yeah, it
you got
fluctuates sometimes. But that's where we are.
Other questions? For Ed or Dan? Seeing none, is there a motion to accept the report on the, motion to accept by Mary on, this is on the 266 report before you. Is there a second? Eric? Eric on the second. I'll get a second somewhere. I'll just get you to make it. All right, thank you. Any questions? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have the item number 6, members, the wellness update.
5.
Number 5, I'm sorry. Workers' Comp OGI stats and OSHA report. Dan? Sitting in that shadow, I can't even see your little finger, let alone you. Come on up.
Good afternoon. You have 2 reports in you for November and December. What I want to do is just hit the highlights of the November report and then finish up the year with December. In November, we had a total of 23 injuries requiring medical attention. As you see there, that brought the total OSHA recordables for the end of December to 172. On the next page of your report, you'll see that we had the 242 year total to last year 247, so we're just under last year's at the end of November. And on the next page of the report, you'll see that the dollars spent for those are estimated right now. The incurred dollars at the end of November was $475,000 compared to last year of $551,000. So we're running behind last year's, and that's good in that as far as the expenses. The last page of your November report, you'll see that the accidents break down. 16 of them were with the Board of Education, and 7 were in the County General. And the ones that were within the County General kind of broke up all the way across the county. You'll notice that they were at the Sheriff's Department, Juvenile Detention, Maintenance, EMS, Fire and Rescue, and Solid Waste. I want to bring your attention to the December one because December OSHA is done on a calendar year. Well, all the other numbers you get and everything are done on the fiscal year for the county. So when we look for the December report, this is the end of the OSHA reportable for the year. We start off with the new year in January. So we had 16 injuries requiring medical treatment in December, and so we'll finish out the year with 263 injuries that you see there, and you'll see the breakdown. The OSHA recordables will be 178, with 82 of them being restricted days, 40 lost time days, and 56 all others. So we end up being just about the same place we were last year as far as the injuries are reported. But if you turn over to your incurred dollars, you'll notice that we're at the end of the year, we're going to finish out at roughly $520,000 compared to $574,000 last year. We're running about $54,000 less as far as incurred. Now, I always like to caution everybody on the incurred dollars because the claims just occurred. It literally takes a year for those claims to settle down. So there'll be some claims that may go up a little bit, some that'll come down a little bit. But the best guess right now is we're going to end up, as far as the incurred dollars, somewhere around $50,000 less than what we were last year. And if you compare that to 2 years ago, back in 2017, it was $597,000. So we're going in the right direction as far as accidents and the incurred dollars. The last page of the December report, you'll see that the Board of Education had 11 injuries and the county had 5. And those 5 basically in the county are broken up between the Sheriff's Department and EMS. Just to let you know that EMS, that was due to one incident, not 2 separate incidences. So when that occurs, like an ambulance and an automobile accident, they both go in, they count it separately, but just wanted to let you know that that's what happened there. That's all I have right now, if there's no questions.
That concludes your report, Dan?
Okay, thank you.
Mayor Ketchum, can I say
Any other
something for just a
questions?
second?
Yes, please.
Dan has been meeting with the schools, maintenance, and the schools. I really anticipate some of these numbers in the county with the meetings that we're having and with the schools and the cooperation that we're getting. I really anticipate some of this to go down. It's a little bit too early. I don't think the numbers that he gave today is a reflection of that. But I just want to thank everybody, the County General and the Board of Education for the cooperation and the communication that we're getting, because I really think it's making a difference.
So Ed, do you feel like that it's just through awareness of creating the awareness for prevention that's
I think it's awareness, better communication, and as we transition down a little bit more, it's better better education, where we can go to these facilities. We have a lot easier access and better communication to the people that will get us there, get it taken care of, and then we can talk about what we need to do to correct it where it doesn't happen again.
Those are good comments. So I'll entertain a motion on Dan's work comp OJI and OSHA report. Is there a motion? Had a motion, is there a second? Second, Mr. Farley. Any questions, any further questions for Dan or Mr. Elam? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, motion carries. Next on the agenda is item number 6, is our wellness update. Lee Smith, our engagement consultant from Cigna. Welcome, Lee. Hope you're doing well. Good.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to deliver the wellness report today since Chuck is away at a class for the week. So the results that I'm going to report on today include the December and January numbers to present. It's based on a population of 7,009 employee and spouses which were eligible to participate in the incentive program. So to date, we've had 325 annual physicals, 632 biometric screenings, 194 health assessments, 296 mammograms, 396 OB screenings, 137 colon cancer screenings, 321 cervical cancer screenings, 114 prostate exam screenings, and we've had 1,561 completions of flu shots, which is really good. Those numbers are today, but to let you know what we wound up with last year, and we haven't really finalized all the numbers, but it looks like we had approximately a 90% completion rate of the incentive program, which is well above the industry norm. So we did send out 701 notification letters to the employees that did not complete their incentive points, giving them an opportunity to provide documentation if they had had something that maybe fell off the claim system or they had a DOT physical, which we're now counting. So those letters went out. We probably had 7 people who actually provided documentation where there had been some kind of mistake, and we made exceptions for them. So that is the completion of the wellness report. Does anybody have any questions on that?
Okay. Next, we have Cigna. Did you know? You again.
So earlier in the year, you guys voted to adopt the Cigna 90Now prescription program. And so it went into effect as of 1/1/2020. So now you can choose to fill your prescriptions or maintenance medication in 90-day supply. And we do that because it's less likely you're going to miss a dose if you have it on hand. And sometimes it even costs less to fill those than a 30-day prescription. So it's a good plan. If you choose to have your medication still filled in 30-day supplies, you can do that if you want to. This is definitely optional. The only thing is, for this population, if you choose to do 90-day supply, we can't do it at Walgreens. You can do 30 days at Walgreens, but not 90 days. So just kind of keep that in mind. The pharmacies, the local pharmacies where you can do the 90-day supply, there's a Benzer pharmacy, but I think that's in Hendersonville. But all the local CVS, Fred's Pharmacy, Harris Teeter's, Kroger, Pick and Save, Target, and Walmart stores will fill those 90-day supplies. So that might be something good just to kind of re-communicate to your departments. It was in their open enrollment materials, but I've had some calls on it. Yes. And we do have a mail order program, so you can do mail order. You can go to Cigna.com. There's a home delivery option, or you can call the number on the back of your ID card and get that set up. And letters should have gone out, if I'm not mistaken, to let everybody know that this is an option. So that concludes my Cigna Did You Know? And just remember, if you have questions, you can call me, email me, come see me, or I'll come see you. And if I'm not available, you can always call the number on the back of your ID card or one of the benefit specialists in our office. Any other questions? Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Next, we have our midpoint report from Shannon McNair. Welcome. You're recognized.
Good afternoon, everyone. If you'll turn to the second page of our report in front of you there, You'll see December 2019 total clinic visits. We're at 884 total clinic visits. That's broken down into 778 provider visits, 73 medical assistant visits. That includes lab work, injections, things that don't see a provider. We had no biometric-only visits. That doesn't mean we didn't do any biometrics. We just didn't have any that came in only for that reason during the month of December. We have already started doing, as Lee had said, we had already started doing some biometrics as well, and we've seen those since October. So these are just biometric-only visits. We had 5 occupational health visits, and we had 28 wellness visits. Non-face-to-face encounters, which those are the orders only, we had 222 of those. 319 communication encounters, which could be either through telephone conversations or portal communications with the members. And 131 results reviews with letter communication sent to the member. If you'll turn to the next page, and with the chairman's permission, I'd like to bring Dr. Adrian Robertson to the front, if that's okay with you, sir. So our Did You Know is we have a new medical director at the MedPoint Clinics, and so I wanted to see about bringing her to you guys today and introduce you. This is Dr. Adrian Robertson, and I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about herself.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm very excited to join Promise Health and to serve as the new medical director at the MedPoint Clinics. I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I am originally from Louisiana, but I moved to Tennessee in 2018. I have roots in a rural community. I'm actually the granddaughter of a sharecropper in sugarcane plantation. My mother grew up in a sugarcane plantation, and I say that because I know many times when you go to graduate school and postgraduate school, people can kind of think doctors can be a little unapproachable, but I feel like I can talk to just about anyone, and I appreciate the opportunities that I have had, and I look forward to being able to serve the people that serve this wonderful county. And so I just wanted to let you know that we're going to be doing some things to hopefully improve utilization, and we look forward to getting input from the members and seeing how we can continue to meet our health goals here. Thank you very much.
Well, Dr. Robertson, I think I like you already. Based on your these points down here, that you'd like to dance from sunrise to sunset, and laughter is the best medicine. I think I like you already. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, guys. Slide 5, we'll just skip back, and I'm going to quickly touch points since we didn't have a December meeting and go over the highlights on the clinic visits for November, as well as the non-face-to-face encounters on that slide. So we had 964 clinic visits in November and 698 non-face-to-face encounters, and you can see that graph right there at the top that trends out the visits and the non-face-to-face encounters throughout the year to date. On the next slide there, you'll see in December 2019, we had a total unique members of 706 that came through our 3 clinics. We had a total operating cost of $289,102. I would like to point out you see a little bit of an increase there from November to December, but we had 3 pay periods in this operating invoice. So you see why that incline is there. Employee count is 6,201 for a per employee per month of $47. And then on the last slide, just our incoming calls trends. So you see in December, we had 1,343 calls with an incoming call average per day at 67. And in November, it was 1,538 with an incoming call average of 73 per day. That concludes my report. Are there any questions?
Can I ask them?
Yeah, question, Mr. Elam?
Will you explain the telemedicine, like when sometimes somebody comes in, there's nobody in the lobby, yet y'all might be doing telemedicine. Will you explain that process so everybody understands?
So the MedPoint clinics have 2 local virtual health options. And so one virtual health option is a video visit where it's done virtually. You can see the provider can see you. And then the second virtual health option is just telephonic. So there's no video included in that. You're just literally on the phone with the member. With the video visits, all of our exam rooms are equipped with the webcams. And because we are are talking to patients about confidential medical conditions and things of that nature, we complete these in the exam rooms. So you come into the lobby and you might not see any patients in there, but maybe they're the providers in the room with a member on a telephonic or a virtual visit. And so you don't always see that when you come in, but we do have that happening. And then a lot of times, every time, my team should be letting you know what's going on. So without disclosing any personal health information to protect the privacy of the member who is being seen telephonically or virtually with the provider, we'll just let you know that they're in the room with another patient virtually, and that we'll get to them as soon as we can. So they're not always there face-to-face, and so it is a little deceiving at times when you come in and you don't see anyone in the clinic, but that doesn't mean that the provider is not tied up with another patient virtually.
And a lot of times this is done by an appointment. So as the person comes in as a walk-in, the appointment's already set up, so they have to take the appointment first. And they said there was nobody in the lobby, for 20 minutes while I was there. They may be on the phone to somebody.
And I will tell you, we are starting to see a little bit of an increase in our virtual visits. If you're scheduling on the portal, it asks you certain questions to determine if a virtual visit is appropriate based on what you're needing to be seen for. I know the county has continued to grow, and getting from across town becomes more of an access issue. So it's definitely an opportunity if a provider can see you, maybe a follow-up on a new medication or follow-up lab results or things of that nature. We can definitely do virtual to save you guys time, and it's more convenient for you guys, but whatever's most convenient for you, we're there for both options. Thank you.
Mary?
Okay, so these virtual appointments, are they in the numbers of visits? I can't find my piece of paper.
It would be under the provider visits because they're seeing a provider for those virtual visits. Yes, ma'am, they're included in
They are
there.
actually included in that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It may not matter to nobody but me. It'd be kind of neat to see.
Break them out?
If we could break them out.
Absolutely.
I mean, honestly, I'd forgot that was an option. So with you saying that, it would be kind of neat to see what our employees are actually doing, and not doing particular, but to see how many are actually utilizing it as for actually showing up. And now that I have remembered this, I could potentially set it, let the guys know, hey, you could potentially just call in or something, because some of the guys have iPhones, I guess will work for that. So if we could potentially, since it's in that number, break it apart for us, please, ma'am.
Absolutely, I can include that. Mr. Elam and I just had a quarterly report. Q3, we had 6 virtual health visits. I'm happy to say that even this week, I think we've had 6. So we are starting to see an increase in them. Our team is definitely offering it to the members because we know it's a point of convenience for you guys, for all the members of Rutherford County. And so we've been bringing it up saying, is this an option when it's appropriate? Now, unfortunately, there are going to be times that you may schedule for a virtual and our provider gets on there with you and they determine that they need to actually physically examine you. And at that point, they would let you know that through that virtual visit. And so just please be understanding with us. Some things, unfortunately, can't be done virtually, but we will try to make it as convenient for you as possible with that. But yes, definitely, I can break that out for you.
If that does happen where they determine they need to be seen, are they charged twice for that?
So there's no out-of-pocket costs, $0 copay for all of our services. So honestly, not that I'm recommending this, but you could come every day and it would be $0 copay. We do send all of our claims to Cigna just for them to be able to gather data, but we don't receive any reimbursement from Cigna either. So there's no charge to the fund, no charge to the plan, I should say.
Other questions for Ms. McNair? Seeing none, thank you, Shannon. Okay, members, next we have item number 9 on the agenda, on-site clinics bid update, which we just recently received our bids at Purchasing Committee. And Jay Brown, you're recognized. Kind of give us an update of where we are.
Good afternoon, everybody. When I was up last time, as we just said, we did go out to bid on the on-site clinic. The contract expires in September of this year. In our last bid opening on January 15th, we did receive 6 bids back.
That was exciting.
A binder's about this thick. So we are in the process of going through the questions and the rate sheets. And I'll say we were excited to have 6 different proposals. We have a lot of creative ideas in there, which we kind of asked to think outside the box and look at on-site and near-site as options as kind of things have evolved over the last 10 to 12 years and the county has grown. So myself and Jake and David and our on-site clinic team is reviewing all that information today still. And we have put together a subcommittee to kind of review some of this, because when we come back here next time in February, the goal will be to bring in some finalist presentations for you guys to listen to and meet the finalists. And it'll probably be a little longer meeting than it is today. So be prepared for that. But that's our goal, is over the next 30 days to narrow that down from 6 to 2 or 3 and have those partners, potential partners, come in and present to you guys.
Jay, would you share with the committee what 6 turned-in bids?
Yep. The 6 that we had was obviously the incumbent Premise, MedPoint, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, Cigna provided a proposal, Ascension St. Thomas, Care ATC/HCA, Care Now, and then Vanderbilt. So a pretty good mix of different models that it's honestly making it a little difficult to kind of spreadsheet and make sure we're looking at apples and apples when we come present to you. But at the same time, like I said, some very creative ideas.
So we asked Jay and his group to, after purchasing committee, to go in and do exactly that. It's kind of spread it out, but I think at the end of the day, to see 6 strong companies actually want our business, I think who the beneficiary is going to be is our employees. Anytime you get strong competition from 6 big players like that, they're all shooting for the business because they know what we have now, and they see the same projections the chamber's given. They see the same projections everybody's looking at. It's a honey hole to do business in Rutherford County, and everybody wants a piece of it. So, our employees are the ones who will be the beneficiaries of that. So we appreciate the hard work you're doing, and we were just excited we got that many bidders. We were concerned when we first put it out and said, will anybody bid at all? But and like you said, it was all across the board. People have different ways that they want to give to us, in the way they think that they can deliver the service to our employees. So that's kind of exciting and fun at the same time to see how they want to deliver it to us. So, any questions for Jay? All right, thank you. Yes,
If anybody has any questions you'd like for us to ask them or pass along to Jay, and then we'll be happy to. I'd rather you not do it on TV right now, because then they would have a little heads up if somebody didn't see it. But if you if you would like to pass some along, we'll be happy to ask them, go through them for you.
Okay, thank you, Jay. Mr. Director, any more business to come for us?
No, sir, not that I'm aware of.
Any other business for the good of the order? Is there a motion to adjourn? Have a motion, is there a second? And a second. All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye. All opposed, motion carries. We'll see
Everybody next month.
See you next month. It'll be a fun month. We'll
Make sure you're here.
Yeah, please come.